Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Teresa Craftygrams, and I am currently the pilot of the struggle bus for the day. I'm just having a real hard time getting my craft jam going. So I pulled out this previous project that I started and need to continue on. This is inspired by Natasha at Treasure Books. This is her layered journal. I have not sewn any of, or I haven't sewn it together yet. It's not any of it, it's just all one. And I'm not following her, I don't know, guidelines on how she decorated hers, but I'm doing things, my intention is to do things in this journal that are sort of out of my comfort zone, things I haven't done previously, and using a lot more of the hardware that I have, the eyelets and brads and things of that nature, and much more lace and decorative edges and no theme, all different kinds of colors and what have you. So I have started on this first page, which was, I don't know what it was when it began its life. I put a very cute picture there. I don't even know where that came from. And then I've got these little file folders, and I just filled this one with stuff. I love this little journal card very much. These little flowers are from Ginger Journals on Etsy. I don't think she has a YouTube presence, but that's where those came from. And I am obsessed with them. I love them so much, and I will print them and print them and print them until, I don't know, my printer gets tired of them. So I have over here to my side my box of pre-made ephemera, mostly things that I've made on camera, and some things that I've had in my ready-to-use box for a while. So things like this is either a belly band or a page edge. But I don't know that there will be many pages in here that I have a long enough one for. Doesn't mean to say I can't make another one or two or however many, or put lace or sari silk or ribbon or some other sort of something. But I do intend to use, like I said, things that I normally would use in moderation, or things that I sometimes just don't think about doing on my pages. That is really cute right there on that blue. So there, I'm going to start with that. We shall begin. And I did a video on these. These are just, using up scraps of paper and things that I have an abundance of. And paper flowers are one of those things I have an abundance of. So I started off at the same time that Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah started her, using up ephemera on her desk. Well, I took it a step farther and decided it's everything I come across that doesn't have a home, and assigned a designated place in my new craft room. But that seems to be like a huge majority of of everything I have. So I shall be working on random ephemera for the foreseeable future. But it'll be fun. Finally using the things I've just been hoarding or have have purchased and forgotten. That's what I was trying to say. Not bought, forgotten. Anyway, let's move on before I further embarrass myself. I'm just going to be pulling things out of here. I don't know, most of them, I don't know where they came from, how long they've been hanging around, anything of that sort, but that is what I will be doing. If I know where I got the idea from, I will definitely share that. If I don't, I obviously cannot share that information. So obviously that's just a large-ish tag. So let's see if there's something in here I could make a pocket out of. There's one of those that I just did recently. And I could put that in that. Let's see if I have another tag. We're just going to keep going back and forth. Oh, I need something to put a tag in. Now I need another tag. Okay, it's okay. It's all fine. It's all just an exercise. We're just doing something because I need to be crafty. Crafting without wheels is basically what we're doing today. No plan, no particular project in mind, just making stuff. I'm just making stuff. Ooh, this is cute. Look at there. So obviously this is just a book page pocket. With something stuck in the back of it. It's probably not supposed to be there. I think this is a Tim Holtz person, not sure. Yep, so that's rather cute, and I shall be putting her there because I love the colors together. All right, that was easier than I thought. And I'm not going to make this into a tuck space or any of that kind of stuff because the book page that it is on is rather, I think it's dictionary page. Yeah, it's dictionary page, and it's rather thin. Knowing what I know now, I would have doubled the dictionary page before I made the pocket. But there you go. Hindsight's 20/20, as they say. And that, I don't know why I did that double-sided. I put decorative elements on both sides, but that's just basically a, again, a book page pocket, something. Don't know if I like it against that green, though. Let's just keep going. Yeah, that one I'm still thinking about. Seeing if I can find something else that'll work in there. Let's try something else. This is cute. See, I can't go from front to back. Like, if you've watched these videos on Treasure Books, she did the tutorial of how to put it together, and then she went through page by page and decorated. And I just don't think I have that kind of, I don't know. I just don't think I can do that. I don't know what it takes, but whatever it is, this chick ain't got it. Yes, I am deep in thought here. I do not want to cover up either side because clearly I plan to make it a, I don't know, a wraparound or I don't know, after an add-in maybe. I don't know, but that's what I'm contemplating at the moment. That's one of those very simple, again, very simple don't know what to do crafting. Craft. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I could. And then what would I do? And then what would I do over here? What would I do if I did that? If I wrapped it around the page. Or I could just, but this, again, the same problem. I could just glue it onto this page and let it flap. But what do I do with this page? I would need something quite large to take up that page. But I believe that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my glue stick for this one. Glue, glue, glue. So, okay, I have a little bit of a message for, I think it's Crafting with Maggie. She's from Texas. Sorry, just going to use my phone to verify whether I am correct or not. And of course, YouTube crashed. Let's see. Wow. Yes, journaling with Maggie is what it is. So I watched some of your videos yesterday sometime. I will link her channel in the box below. And since we both live in very warm, humid climates, very warm, humid climates, I would like to know what that kind of glue stick you used. What kind of glue stick it was that you... Anyway, Maggie, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. What kind of glue stick do you use? Gosh, words are really hard for me today. So, just, you know, bear with me. Feel free to laugh along. Because I'm going to be laughing at myself. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You got to have a sense of humor about it. It's either laugh or cry, right? And I prefer to not cry. Because it's just not my thing. Just not my thing. So again, all of these are Ginger Journals flowers. I love them, clearly. This turned out to be a short page. I wonder what I can do with that. Wait, stop magpieing. Let's see what I can put on this page. I have something big here. That's, what even is that? Does it open? I should have made it very much more clear where that looks like a tuck spot. But all of that for that. Maybe I'm supposed to put something down. See, I should watch my own videos because I know I did this in a video. Did I glue? Did it get accidentally glued someplace it's not supposed to? What goes on with you? Speak. I don't think she's going to speak to me. Because that is a ginormous, but again, it's double-sided. And that wood, that's not, I don't like those, that particular whatever there at all. Those patterns, colors, I don't know. That's a giant, oh, glory be to St. Peter. Writing board type of thing. So I don't think I want to glue that down either. Gosh, I'm really striking out here. striking out. Ooh, that's upside down. Why, how's everything in here upside down so everything's falling out? Glory be. I mean, I could turn into a cursor, like at any second they could start flying. I mean, I was a nurse and it's not completely left my system. I had a foul mouth. And I'm still capable of it because, but that's why when you see these, I don't know where it shows or if it even shows, but they ask when you upload a video, they ask if this is made for children, and I'm like, no, because who knows what's going to come flying out, and I don't want to offend anybody or their children by letting something very unsavory fly. But sometimes I'm just not that disciplined. Sometimes it's just gonna let loose. It's just gonna let loose. That's really cute too. And I like the bird. It's not gonna cover that up, but I can certainly, that's something I want to use in here because it's too cute. Okay. So maybe we'll just have a good old-fashioned, and I don't seem to have one ready in here, a good old-fashioned big pocket. Wowzers. Because nothing I have seems to be, nothing's big enough for that. Let's see what this does. I would need to put something like that and just make it that's the only decoration I've done is those little wee stamps. So I could potentially just stick that there. It's a very odd color. I don't even know what color ink that is. Why would I have a color ink like that? Or an ink. I can't speak today. Cannot. You're just maybe, read my thoughts or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at some of these things and I'm like, man, that's really cute. You know what? I made them. So you would think that I would kind of know what was in here. But I don't have a clue. I really don't. Here's another one of these. But again, not, oh my gosh, that's cute. Oh, I see that one's foulard. I see it. Well, stink on a stick. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab some random piece of good weight paper, scrapbook paper-ish, and what would I ever do with this? What would I do with this? But I love it. Ooh, that's big old clash machine right there. Let's not do that one. See, that's I love it, but what the heck am I going to do with it? Look through this funky book I got as a freebie. It's bright. It is bright. I do not do bright colors like this, but it was a freebie. So before I donate it, I know this is a horrible thing to do. Before I donate it, I'm going to use what I can use out of it. I know I'm a horrible person. I could absolutely make that work. I absolutely can do that. Come here, big giant piece of paper. That is oh so floralific. Okay, so I'm just going to put it in between these sort of, I don't know, brackety things. Yes, that's a word, brackety. Uh-huh. And I don't measure. I just sort of meh. Okay, so this box is going to have to go stand over there for a minute. I'm going to have to bring out my big old cutty thing. Paper cutter, it's what it's called. Paper cutter. Yep, this one right here. Is it a brand? I don't, yep, we are Memory Keepers. I like it. But I also don't. Because it took me, I mean, now that I've learned how to do it, I'm okay with it, but trying to figure out trying to remember which way to put this for scoring and then again for cutting was, I don't know, for some reason it was, I just couldn't get a hold of it in my brain. But you know what? We're okay now. Like my sewing machine, we have come to an understanding. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that at there-ish. Look, we don't measure around here. We do not measure around here. I guess I should have left the cutty thing out, because now it's on top and everything else I have to dig for. Does anybody have the perfect craft setup? I do not. I do not. I think the problem is that by the time I got everything in a completely freely accessible place, my craft room would have to be, you know, a mile long by half a mile wide, and then basically nothing would be in easy reach. So yeah, I know. It's just I'm gonna curl these corners. Oh Lord. I'm gonna round these corners, round them. That's small. I'm gonna go medium. I'm gonna round the top corners of this little pockety thing. Oh, I said the top. I meant the top, like that. And where did we go? There we are. And I might just go ahead and put a notch in that. So let me get my 1-inch thing. Lately I've been using the 1.5, I think, but you know, I like to change things up. Yeah, it's 1.5. Oh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. So let's do some inking. Glory be. Ink. So I have some rather big news since last we spoke, because Friday's video was pre-recorded. Today's Monday. Yeah, today's Monday. It is Monday, June 30th. Happy birthday to my brother and my grandnephew. Anyway, so over the weekend, my youngest son and his girlfriend moved into a house right down the road. So now I have both of my youngest children and their baby boys, 2 grandsons, live right down the road. Like literally, Thomas, my youngest, is 3 houses down from me. So I will get the distinct pleasure of watching his baby boy 3 or 4 days a week, And I'm thrilled about that. He's such a precious little baby. Shh, don't tell my toddler grandson. But yeah, it's just, yes, indeed, I am one blessed and happy Grams. That's my grandma name, Grams. Okay, so I figured I solved that wee problem. Now, what am I gonna put in it? What can I put in that? It's quite colorful. Let's see if I can do something with that. What do we think? That's not quite the right, why? Why am I faffing over the color pink it is? The shade of pink it is? I don't know. That's a good writing board. Can I put that in there? I can certainly trim it down though, because it's a bit junky around the edges. Only this time I think I'm gonna have to move the main focus out of the way. And we'll start this way, trim it down quite a bit, because that's the biggest problem, is the height of it. But I also don't like whatever I used as a base, probably a piece of, something that, piece of packaging. Golly. Yeah, so, yeah. Right, let's just tidy it up a bit. There we go. That looks mucho better. I wonder if I could round the corners. I really love to round corners, but this might be a bit thick for my weak old hands to do. Yeah. So I will not round the corners. I will I just don't like how very sharp the corners are, so whatever this is, it's rounding-ish the corners. I don't know, man. I just don't know about me. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Dump those crumbs off. Yeah, now that they've gone splat. I hit it on the edge of my craft cart, so whatever was on top of it just flew into the middle of the floor. But that's okay. I have a vacuum cleaner that does whatever these floors are. Not hardwood. I don't know. The vinyl plank stuffy. That stuff. Yep. That's the stuff, and I really like it. Really like it. Easy to keep clean. Not that there's much so far has gotten on them, but easy to clean, easy to sweep and or vacuum. And yeah. All right. Enough nattering. Let's get back to the business at hand. Come here, you. Lovely. Just lovely. Now, let's see if I can move back to the front here and see what we can do here. I have plenty of book page pockets, and the like. That's just a flap thing. But I do love purple and green together. Let me think about that for a moment and see what I can think of for the other side. What do we think? Oh, I like it, but that's kind of tall for putting something in the top of. But hey, again, no rules, just right over here. I can put a tag in there that sticks out the top like this. That's a rather short tag, but That's quite cute. Oh, look. I was just in there with, there we go. Honestly, you know, I do worry about myself. That's cute, but I don't know what's going on here in the middle. Looks like I'll have to get some pop dots. That's not what they're called. Pops of color. Let's see, what color is it? It's a purple flower. So I'm just going to get some white sparkly. And that one is not a pops of color. It's a stickles. In diamond. In colorway diamond. Okay, Penny, chill, chill, chill. My little dog needs my assistance. I mean, she's 13 years old. You would think she would have learned how to open doors by now. Anyway, do beg our pardon. We shall return. Right, so I am back. I am going to continue with this little line of thought. I'm going to go ahead and glue this in just as it is, I think. I just had an idea. I had an idea, and then let me get my scissors, and I think I can salvage my idea. I thought I already had a piece of this. Oh, well, I have that sorry silk there. I was going to put that there, so maybe not. Okay, back to this. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to clean the nose, the tip of my thing. Sorry for all the crumpling. It's very ill prepared for this adventure. Boy. All right, there you go. Let's try again. I am going to glue this in just as a regular page, not as a pocket or anything. Not as a regular page, as a regular element, not a pocket, not a tuck, not a nothing like that. Whew. I'm telling you. I am going to put it as low as I can on that wee page. But I'm not going to mind at all the bit of sorry silk popping up the front. I've also decided that I'm going to make a little montage, I guess, of this stuff. It's a piece of washi tape that I got off of Etsy, and I really like this. And I don't know that they are considered, I seriously doubt they're considered vintage or anything of the sort, but my journal, my rules. Right? Right. If I like it, it goes together. I said what I said. Sorry, cutting and talking are just not my strong suits. So this is a candle. And these are paints and so not paints, pens and paintbrushes in a little cup. These are things I one day aspire to to have a coordinated, aesthetically pleasant workspace. I mean, and it would only last until I did one journaling session in there, and then it would be back to chaos. But you know what? I can dream. A girl can dream. And apparently so can an old lady. That's me. I'm really an old lady. All right. Now I will put an eyelet in here, maybe a couple, but from the bottom one I want to put a dangle in as well. But I'm not really adept at the crocodile, so I would prefer to do that off camera. I sometimes manage to ruin several eyelet pieces before I actually manage to get one in that's not, you know, I tend to mangle them and they get off center, and you know, and that's one place that I guess I should figure out measurements or dimensions or whatever it is at this point, because I'm never sure which setting is the right one for the size of the eyelet that I have. But also I don't know which bottom little cube, which side that should be on. I have one that looks like a side of a snap. I don't think that's it. I mean, it's just confusing to me, and that's pretty sad, but that's the facts, Jack. That is just the facts. More washi tape. I'm pretty sure I got this on either AliExpress or Temu, but these are, oh gosh. The tape is already cut. The stickers are already cut, but this one is cut all the way through, so it's hard to pull the sticker from the backing. That was really, really hard for me to say. I'm just gonna cut off that wee piece there. I don't know why I didn't do that before I put the little flip book on there, but it's just the way it is today. I'm doing my best, kids. I'm doing my best. Okay. All right, that looks cute-ish. No, it's just not my thing. Okay. Next. I don't know that I have anything else in the blues family. I could make that a tuck, but this is a lot of blank space. A lot of blank space, and I don't like blank space. Oh, well, that rung home, didn't it? I'm at the point in my box where there's a lot of stuff in there. Mostly because it's not the easiest stuff to use in a journal, because it's sort of specific-ish. I don't know why I'm stressing about this. That is not the point of this exercise at all. We are not supposed to be stressing or fretting. I'm not really stressing. I'm fretting. And that is not the object of the game. Well, that's cute. These look like ladies who lunch. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this in like a tuck and tuck the ladies who lunch in there. Got the clear pieces of my stickers are hanging over the edge, which is a bit annoying. I think that's all. Okay, let us resume inking. Okay, glue around here. Just like that. And very gingerly tuck that in there. Okay. This one's going to be a challenge, isn't it? That is a very, very strange, well, it looks like Christmas to me on the back of that. So, like I said, this one might be a bit of a challenge. A bit of a head scratcher, if you will. A handkerchief pocket, and I could make some red, something red ephemera-wise to go in there, because I certainly don't have any red. It's just not a color I use often, so I don't. Let's see. I have some somewhere. I have some game cards. Let's see if I can adjust one of them to, or several of them to fit. I could definitely make that into something. Why do I have the pieces showing? Crazy lady. Could definitely do something with that one. Well, that's more than I thought I would come up with. For sure, for sure, for sure. It's purple. Quite a bit of tiny ephemera. That's a back pocket. Okay. I keep saying okay, and then I dive back in, like something's gonna change. so shall I do we think red will still work there? Red's a bit of a commitment for this, because then it will make finding something to match over there difficult. Maybe we'll just stick with green. I mean, I really, almost put that back in my ephemera box. I'm telling you. Yeah, I have a variety of greens here, but I think that might still be the way to go regardless. So I'm just going to glue down this so that that back pocket can be accessed. And let's see. You sit there and dry for a moment. All right, I'm thinking that I need a brad there that this can swing from, and then figure out something to put in it and behind it. Let me see if I have a piece of paper hanging around somewhere that would work color-wise. Now red is a bit too for that. I found a couple of things that are green. Let us see. I like that for that. So I think I shall tear I don't follow the, pull it towards you so you don't get the white thing. I kind of like the way the ink takes the white. So I switch it up. Kind of like watching paint dry, huh? Watching me tear that. Let's do it this way. Okay. I like that so far. Think about what I can put on it. That's going to possibly enhance the, or tie in is what I mean, the other colors. Look at that. All of that dust from that. I'm telling you, it's personal. These sponges just don't like me. Okay, so I could just stick with white, the white and green flower thing. I don't think I have anything else that's just in the greens family. Although it could be telling to be old fatty. Yep. That solved itself really quickly, didn't it? Doesn't tie in anything, but it's cute. Well, I'll never get it back together again now. Oh, fiddlesticks. Woo. That was making me mad. It was making me big mad, as my kids would say. Yeah, okay, cutting and talking. Can't do it. Okay. Cutting and talking. Oh, poo. Oh. Anyone old enough to remember Hee Haw? Some days I just feel like those guys. If it weren't for bad luck, you know what I mean? If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Now I definitely have to put something up here. What am I going to put up here? I guess while I'm digging out a thing for this, a brad and a bulb pin, excuse me, I shall think of something to put there. Brad and a bulb pin. Come here, guys. Where are you at? Oh, you're right here on my rolly cart. I knew that. Yep, talking to myself and answering myself. It's desperate. Oh, crap on a cracker. And then just sent a bunch of random stickers flying into the corner. You know, it's just the way it goes some days, right? Okay, we're gonna try it. Gonna try it. Okay, felt like it was not even, but it was even. It was even. It was even. Where's my crocodile? Where's my crocodile? Not there. Not there. Ruh-roh. Where is my crocodile? Not there, not there. It's probably in something we covered up in getting organized. These little toolboxes have top storage. That's not my crocodile. That, you know, of course, the lids get covered up because, you know, it's just convenient to put stuff there. And then I forget entirely about what is in the top compartment. Not my crocodile. Probably in the bottom one, of course. That's gonna have to get moved. Hosty hasty. There it is. Phew. My ancient. Probably one of the original crocodiles. It doesn't have slidey things. You have to unscrew and screw the, you know, those things. So I want to poke the hole. This one. I just finished saying you have to twist them. You can't just push them. You have to loosen and then move the guide. The depth control. Crazy, huh? So this is 1/8. And I can't see where I'm going. Okay, like that. And I think I have this set already where I need it to be. We'll see. Everybody cross your fingers, cross your eyes, you know, all that good stuff. 1/8. Yep, that's the right size for that. 1/8. Oop. See, I should be doing this with my left hand. I am left-handed. Yeah. That's the part I have problems with, the back. I don't know what this piece is supposed to be set on for the back to be flat the way it's supposed to. We'll see what happens this time. Let me do it with my correct hand. Wow. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Oh, that felt like something happened. Well, see what I mean? I jack it up no matter what I do, it seems like. One more time, kids, and then we're giving it up. Yeah. Not great, but it's staying there, and I'm not cussing. So, we're calling that a win. I also would like a bulb pin. And my magic little box here says tough cookies. Oh, here we go. It all just looks like metal to me. Alrighty. Don't know what I'm going to put on the bulb pin yet, but one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Okay. Watch, it won't fit. Yeah, no, it's good. We're good. Yeah. Oh, it's not going to do, it's going to just sit like that. Now, what the heck? That's all right. I can still put something small on it. Okay. You guys are going away because you make me anxious. And that is not the name of the game. Anxiety not welcome here. I don't even know where this came from, but it's so cute. And I've been, of course, hoarding it. So, yeah. Maybe I'll make myself use it today. Oh, I didn't decide on what to do here. Told myself a big old fibbo. big old Fibbo. I'm going to go ahead and take this apart, see if there's something else that I can put up there. See, I've taken up so much room with the cup there, I can't put a person. What the heck? You only live once, right? These are not pre-cut stickers. Get some of this clear, shiny stuff off. Not a fan of the shiny tape that this is on, but what you gonna do? I do have a few pieces that are on some matte translucent tape, I guess, and I like those much better, but they're harder to find, and I think they're pricier. So, yeah. I usually don't get like a whole roll of tape. I get, like, this is why I'd like to go through Etsy. I can get like what they call a repeat. Like, you just get one of everything that's on the roll instead of having several of everything that's on the roll. Which is fine with me because they're like, you know, they come out with new stuff all the time, and I don't want to be, I don't want to have to wait to use up what I already have before I get some new shiny pretties. So I like the one loop, that's what they call it, loop. So I actually think I'm just going to leave that as is. I was going to, you know, put something up there, but I'm not. I'm just going to leave it like that. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, let's work on this. I was going to put that through the page as well. Let's see if I can just do that. I'm gonna get my pokey tool and put a hole right, oh, I just stabbed myself with it, really close to the edge here, and just attach it with the bulb pin. Yeah, that's what I'm iguana do. Yeah, see, I forgot the reason for the bulb pin and the brad. Is that a brad? Eyelet. It's an eyelet, lady. Get it right. Gosh. Okay. That was the idea behind that. Goodness gracious. I'm going to trim that down just a little bit. Just a skosh, and turn it into a journal card. So round the corners. Thusly. Sorry, I just, you know, Sounds like an exercise routine. Try not to get the crumbs on my pages because they'll leave little ink marks. So annoying. And here we go, around the back side. Right. Now, something else to decorate. I'm just looking really quickly to see if I see anything to go on that page. But I do not right at the moment, so I'm just going to decorate this guy on the front a little bit. And stop. Hold the phone, stop everything. If this will fit in here, it will not. Okay, well, that's not. All right, back to the original idea. I crack me up. I'm gonna take these two white and green flowers. There. And here. Yep, here too. And call that done. And I am going to call this a done video. Thank you all for tolerating my really unfocused, unfiltered live, not really live, but definitely unfocused, rambling craft with me, I guess we'll call it. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Bye.